Hey guys, I'm here today with Lera.
Oh shit, sorry.
Hey guys, my name's Celeste from Lift Your Lifestyle and I'm here today with Lera. We're just going to do a little video on getting out of a rut and just getting yourself motivated. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy.
So the first step would be to recognize that you're where you are because you're supposed to be there. A lot of our anxiety and unease comes from a feeling that we're not supposed to be where we are and we're thinking too far into the future or too far into the past. So stop and recognize that you are supposed to be where you are right now. Everything will be taken care of and you're going to be just fine. I would recommend making a list of things that you're grateful for in the situation where you are right now.
That's very good. Yeah, because when you think of like the future, you start to get really anxious and nervous, but when you come back to the present and just kind of notice what you're feeling, what you're seeing, and just being grateful for everything in the moment, because that's kind of the only thing that's real. When you think of the future, it's not really happened yet, and when you think of the past, it's already gone. So just being in the present and realizing that everything that happens for a reason, that'll really help you as well. So yeah. Okay, so the second one is goal setting. Now, if you don't really set goals, you kind of don't know where you're going. So it's really important to set goals and make them really achievable. So clear goals that you can actually measure and achieve. So Lera will give you some specific examples of that because I don't really have any specifics. She's got some good ones. But basically, the reason why goal setting is so important is because when you realize that you have a goal that you're working towards, it gives you focus in that direction. Whereas if you're kind of just going with the flow, you end up wherever. You have no idea where you're going to end up. So being a creator of where you want to go includes goal setting. So that's a really important part. So
yeah. And as you said, making these goals really realistic for you is so important. There's no point in wishing for $1 million if you haven't even had 1% of that value. So maybe your goal could be to make $10,000 and that way you feel a lot more satisfaction when you reach your goal. But also look at the motives behind your goals. Is it really that paycheck, that car, that partner that you want, or is it really that feeling of validation? So a lot of times, say you want to look like a Victoria's Secret model, but you work a 9-to-5 job and you've got so many other responsibilities that might not be realistic for you. So when you reach that goal, you don't feel that satisfaction because what you really wanted was to feel appreciated.
okay, so the third step is to really clear your environment. And what I mean by that is when you think about your environment, it's everything that you're exposed to. So if you're in an area that's really toxic, you have toxic people in your life, you're watching, toxic shows, you're listening to toxic music, and what I mean by toxic is that it's programming you to think negatively. So, if you really listen to lyrics of some songs, some of them are really intense and they're like, heart torture, and it's just like when you really listen to the lyrics, it's not very upbeat and positive, and that really goes into your subconscious and programs what you do every day. So anything visual that you see, anything that you hear, any conversation that you engage with is constantly programming your subconscious to make you do what you do every day, and make you choose certain things and think certain things. So really just be clear on what you're taking in every day, and just clear all the toxic things out of your life. So if you have relationships that are negative, that are bringing you down, you don't have to get rid of them because these people might be a family, but just limit them, so limit the amount of time that you listen to their negative moaning and groaning and complaining, and maybe add in some more positive things like positive audio tapes or meditations, or just finding new friends that have a positive outlook on life, watching positive documentaries rather than Gossip Girl or those shows that I guess are entertaining but they're not really doing much for you. So just be very clear and notice what you're taking in.
Yeah, you covered it.
Yeah, perfect.
So tip number 4 would be to introduce structure into your life. So if you ever look at someone whose life is really put together and it's thriving and you think, oh man, I could never do that. Well, you can do that, and it's as easy as making a list of all the good habits that you want to incorporate into your life, then number them from most important to least important, and start off by slowly incorporating them. So maybe this week you'll try to get 2 to 3 litres of water in every day, and next week you'll try to get some sort of exercise every single day. And by slowly adding these habits, eventually it will become part of your lifestyle and it will feel like second nature basically.
Yeah, so basically with habits, this for me was something that like I think will really help you to get to where you want to be. This is probably one of the main things. And just keeping them consistent. So consistency is really key when you're wanting to start a new habit. It's not obviously going to be easy. You're not just going to jump into it at the start. It might take a little bit of work. But don't look at it as a big thing, you know, break it down into little steps like Lera said, and then get the first priority and start working on that. So you can really break it down to something really, really simple like drinking water, and then track it, you know, see how you're going every day, see how the little habits making you feel every day, and give yourself, you know, a pat on the back when you do it. If you actually achieve your goal at the end of the day, celebrate it so that you can actually see yourself progressing.
Some of these habits that we would recommend would obviously, as we said, be drinking enough water, getting enough exercise.
So yeah, getting out in the sunlight, meditation, healthy diet, so incorporating really healthy foods into your diet. Journaling. Journaling's a good one.
Yeah.
Writing in your diary every day.
And also connecting with the friends that do help you achieve your goals. And at the same time, also limiting the amount of time you spend staring at a screen. And another one I would recommend is avoiding going on your phone or computer as first thing in the morning. A lot of times it kind of sends you downhill.
Yeah, like we were saying with the programming environment, if you open up your phone first thing, usually it's drama. And that's what's going to set your day. So, I mean, if you were going to wake up and you want to, you know, you have that habit of having a phone, maybe watch like a video that's like inspirational or something, and then just turn it off, you know, so that it's not getting into the drama of everyone's lives or facey.
And I think a lot of times with social media, you only see the highlights. So by looking through your Instagram feed in the morning and seeing how great everyone else's life is, you might feel slightly less about yourself.
Yeah.
But really, everyone's going through similar sorts of things. But limiting that time to maybe a different time in the day, not first thing in the morning, is a really good habit. Something I like to do when I'm beginning to feel unmotivated is to use my diary. So I try to plan out my weeks and days in advance. That way, in the morning, I open up my diary and I can see what I have to get done each day, and that way it keeps me busy, but at the same time you want to make sure you have some downtime as well.
And when you like have a diary and you're planning out your day, it actually gives you a clear sort of outline of what you need to do. So like sometimes you'll have something you have to do and you won't write it down, you'll forget about it until it gets to the day, you know, like assignments for example, it gets to the day when it's due or like a week before and you freak out because you didn't know that you had to do it. The same thing with a diary, you know, it just makes sure that you actually look at it every day and you're like, oh, this is all I need to do, rather than having in the back of your head like, oh, I've got a million things to do and I don't know when to do it, and you freak out. When you have it down in your diary, it's broken down for you, you don't have to think about it, it's just there and you just do it. So yeah, it really helps. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed our little video on how you can get out of your rut and just really get motivated. So if you have any questions, let us know in the comments below, and just subscribe if you want to hear more from Lera or myself. My channel is called Celeste if you look it up. I have a website as well if you want to check that out. It's www.liftyourlifestyle.com.au, so you can find me on there, or just Insta and Facebook Lift Your Lifestyle, and I'll be there. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day.